Time in YouTube, and welcome back to Deck Profiles. Today is the launch day for Burning Shadows for us. We've taken a look at the two theme decks already. Now it's time to get into some real decks. We are going to be looking at some post-rotation stuff and some current stuff as well. Today we are going to be doing Gardevoir GX, probably the most popular deck out of it. I was trying to have Noivern set up for first one, but the deck just does not seem to be working the way I want it to. But Gardevoir, on the other hand, is so good, at least in terms of how it plays right now in comparison to other players using like VS Seeker and stuff, considering standard has not changed. Gardevoir GX currently has 230 HP. It is a fairy type, stage 2. Has the Secret Spring ability. Once during your turn, you may attach a fairy energy card from your hand to one of your Pokemon. This is amazing because it stacks. Like, I can use it with this Gardevoir, another Gardevoir. If I've got 4 of them, I get 5 technical attachments in a turn. That is insane. And it goes really, really well with infinite force. 1 fairy energy. This attack will do 30 damage times the amount of energies attached to both active Pokemon. So the more energy on Gardevoir, the more damage I'm going to be able to do to the opponent. It's incredible. We've seen it before, like Mewtwo. A lot of powerful cards have used this sort of stuff, but nothing to the extent of having the ability to play 2 energies a turn with it. It also has Twilight GX, 1 fairy energy, again, easy cost. You get to shuffle 10 cards from your discard pile back into your deck. So if you are having a bit of a problem, a lot of your cards have been discarded, you can easily get them back and put them back into your deck and save yourself a little bit of problems. It only costs 1 energy to do it too. It is really good. Alright, next up is the partners that we're going to be using for it. And we don't have additional attackers. But we do have support. Tapu Lele GX, pretty standard for that Wonder Tag. It does have that secondary attack that attack for Energy Drive being a secondary attacker. We will not be using Tapu Cure today, but that's alright. We do have an Alolan Vulpix. A lot of people are going to be using Alolan Vulpix because of that beacon attack. It'll help set up stage 2s very easily by being able to get those cards quickly. You could technically use Diancie, but it will cost you an energy and it still uses an attack, but instead of setting up your Ralts while you have that opportunity, you are setting up a Diancie to simply evolve. This way, you don't have to worry about it, and if you get end away or whatever, you still have a chance of getting a lot of your evolutions back. So personally, I like Alolan Vulpix better, and I get 2 potential chances. If I've got 2 Raltses on the field, I can get a Kirlia, throw it down, and if I've got a rare candy in hand, I can get a Gardevoir. I don't have to get I don't have to get Kirlia, which is much better. We also have, to help our card draw problem here, it will be Octillery. It'll make sure that even if we get end late game, we are not going to be completely out of it. Abyssal Hand is an amazing ability, and I can see Octillery and Oranguru both making a lot more play in the next coming months, especially when rotation does switch. These 2 cards will be everywhere. Now it comes down to your preference. If you want a basic that can just drop down, Oranguru is probably the best for that because you can just get 3 cards, but Octillery will make sure you have a consistent flow of cards, which is a little better in my books. Next up we have a Field Blower, because you know what, Field Blower is just going to be a staple in every single deck. We're running a couple Nest Balls to try and get out those Remoraid's and Ralts pretty early. We're running 3 Rare Candy because we're playing a Stage 2 deck. We're playing a Stage 2 deck, so it pretty much needs Rare Candy. We're playing 1 Rescue Stretcher. You get to put a Pokemon from your discard pile back into your hand, or you can shuffle 3 in combination back to your deck. I'm pretty sure we're going to be using the first one a little bit more, just because you might have to discard a piece of your Gardevoir, and at least this way you can get one back without having to use your GX attack, of course. We have 4 Ultra Ball. We have Bridget. Pretty much one of the biggest supporters coming into post-rotation is going to be Bridget. She is just going to be able to get us the 3 basics that we need, and especially once Bridget will be gone probably when Sun and Moon On happens, unless they reprint her for whatever reason, but this is going to be a fantastic card, at least until next year. All I say. We have our Guzma. Switch one of your opponent's benched Pokemon with their active. If you do, switch your active Pokemon with one of your bench. So ideally, you get to pick their Pokemon coming in, you get to pick the attacking Pokemon coming in. So Guzma's a really, really good card. I've found there's a lot more opportunities with Guzma than there sometimes is with Lysander. So heads up, Guzma might be a huge powerhouse coming up in the next little while. We do have N. Each player shuffles his or her hand into their deck and then draws cards equal to the remaining prize cards. And if you happen to notice, we are currently running 4 and 4. Without Via Seeker, you kind of need these two to be at 4 and 4. You cannot run it properly without, just because you don't have as much draw support as you used to. You don't have the ability to, hey, look, I can ditch the Sycamore right now because I can Via Seeker it later. You can't do that. Without Via Seeker, you need to have a consistent stream of Ends and Sycamores, so you need a lot. With that being said, we have Skylet here as well. We can search our deck for a trainer card, reveal it, put into our hand. This can get us our Nest Balls, our Rare Candies, our Choice Bands, which are going to do more damage to our opponent. We get to do 30 more as long as they are an active GX or EX Pokemon. We also have a few Float Stones because I like to run them with Artillery. Just something simple to do here. And then again, it could also work for Tapu Lele, but with Tapu Lele, it only has a 1 retreat, so it's not too bad. Lastly, we are going to be running 4 double colorless energy because this does work on Gardevoir. You can't use it as the drop for Secret Spring, so you do want to play it before, like, as your regular drop, and then Secret Spring for your Fairy Energy, which we are running 9 of, because Fairy Energy is going to be very, very important in these next matchups. But with that though, that is the deck. That is Gardevoir post-rotation. Again, these next few matches may be a little bit of a sway depending on how these who I'm ending up playing against. If they are a totally current standard deck, I might have a bit of trouble because I'm not using the Via Seekers, so things like Lysander and all that kind of stuff still is in play. They can still play all that kind of stuff where I have to limit myself down. But with that though, let's get into some games. Let's see if we can win a few matches with the brand new Gardevoir GX. Alright guys, match number 1 is against a Spanky 0508 playing Steel. Why? Why are we playing a Metagross the minute I turn on Gardevoir? Because it's one of the big counters to it. Let's see if we can take it on. This is legit like the hardest thing for us to play against, so it'll be really cool to see if we can manage it. Unfortunately, we do not start with a basic Pokemon, so we will be mulliganing this turn. Our opponent, unfortunately, will not be, and we'll be able to utilize that mulligan. The question is are we going to give her 2? No, we just give her the 1. That's perfect. We are going to get a Ralts and a Vulpix, but I'll be going for the Vulpix drop. I can draw turn 2. And which is actually pretty good. So I've got a lot of basics down, and I'm alright if they end right now because I've actually got a fantastic opening hand. It is going to be Metagross, so that Beldum is pretty scary. We are going to be using Beacon to try and get those Gardevoir pieces in ASAP, especially and maybe a Artillery as well. My opponent will be Enning, which is fine. We get the Rare Candy piece, Rare Candy Gardevoir, so that is fine. My opponent actually is playing the Necrozma GX, which I've heard is a good tech for Metagross. So we're going to have to wait and see if this will be something huge for it. It does have a fantastic GX attack, and it also prevents all damage done to this Pokemon by attacks from colorless Pokemon. Interesting. I haven't looked into too much of it. I was just talking to Cleffa, and apparently she's telling me that is a huge opener for that. So that is what I'm told. That is what we're gonna see. I might just, go for a double colorless energy drop onto the Ralts and Guzma up the Necrozma. Yeah, because I really don't need anything else right now. Like, I might grab a... I'm not even gonna waste it. It's no point. They can go for my Vulpix all they want at the end of this turn. It doesn't really change too much. I'm gonna go for an Artillery and a Tapu Lele because I have Gardevoir in hand with Rare Candy, so it's okay. I can kind of just get these nice support Pokemon. Try and get my next turn set up. I can get an N. I can get myself out of not having to use these resources without losing them, of course. But I do have a few options here. I do need to get a Fairy Energy going because I can't use my Gardevoir unless I have that Fairy Energy down. But with us being able to go for a few Ns, and my opponent is not going to be going for an N at all, which is absolutely wonderful. It looks like this is actually a post-rotation. This could very well be a post-rotation Metagross, which actually be a lot of fun because we are unable to currently... it means that they're playing at the same level we are. We are seeing that Metagross. They should be able to Rare Candy up, which is a bit of a problem. There's the Rare Candy. Rare Candy, and there comes the Metagross. Now, here's the problem. They do discard all their energy in order to attack. They go for the Geotech, but can't attack me. Okay. Okay, so we are going to Rare Candy into Gardevoir. I got no choice. I have to do it. I'm going to evolve. Is there anything I don't need here? Is there a Pokemon that I don't want to draw? I'm going to actually get rid of my other Ultra Ball, and I'm going to get rid of my Sycamore. 3, 6, 9, 12. I don't do anywhere near enough damage. I do need to get another Ralts going here. Okay, we get that going. Tapu Lele down. I need a few cards still. I do want to grab an N, so I can possibly get Fairy Energy. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I need a lot of cards. I'm gonna probably try and leave this Vulpix up in the active. I did not get any Fairy Energy. None. Nunzo funzo. Alright. So I still can't attack. But I can drop this down. I could drop a double colorless energy. Down. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. 20. I do 240. I'm one damage shot. Like, I legit... I didn't get it. I didn't get a Fairy Energy. We will Beacon for a Ralts and a Tapu Lele. If he Guzmas me, I'm in trouble. But that is unfortunate. All I can really do. I apologize. It is a she avatar. I should be paying more attention to that. But with that being said, we're not in terrible shape. Like, I can drop the double colorless down and we can start taking out Metagross. But they get 2 go. Like, if she gets 2 down, like, she's got no steel down right now, which is fine. Tapu Lele will get her whatever supporter she wants, which may be oh no, it's a Guzma. It's gonna be a Guzma. Do you have free retreat? No, you have 2. Okay, so Guzma's coming up. I'm gonna see my Gardevoir get turned in. They're just gonna drop an energy and then go for the good old... Yep, that's it. That's the play. Beautiful play on my opponent's part. They'll be able to knock me out. 300 damage is easy mode. Easy play. I'll just say well played. Because there's nothing I can do. There really is nothing I can do. I can't get a Fairy Energy, which is weird. There are 9 in here. And I couldn't even get damage down. So if my opponent is playing a up-to-date version of this, I'm in trouble. There's not much I can do. Okay, we get the Rare Candy. Get the Gardevoir. Again, rolling these things is a little difficult because it is... You are trying to run a stage 2. I need to play the... Well, let's do this first. Before I do anything, let's see if I can get a fairy energy. Nope. I'm gonna drop the Tapu Lele and go for a Sycamore. There's not much. I don't think I can get the damage. I don't think I could do too much. I'm gonna drop the... Let's bring this guy up. Let's force him in. And I can bring up my Vulpix. I can wait a turn. Oh, I could have beaconed. I should have beaconed. But that's okay. I made a misplay. It does happen. I'm not the best at this game, especially when I'm playing against the biggest counter to me. My opponent does drop a Psychic Energy down onto the Necrozma, and a Choice Band onto the Necrozma. Via Seeker. Oh, they are Via Seeker, so unfortunately it is not post-rotation, but that's okay. My opponent has got all the rights to use all these cards right now. It just means that we're not going to see it the way we were hoping. What set was you? Are you rotated now? I think Hexmaniac rotates. I think so. Your Ancient Origins. I think so. Which means no more Hex. Which is good and bad? My opponent is up here though. Gives me a turn Field Blower. You're getting rid of my Floatstone for sure, which is a little rude. I needed that. I kind of needed that to get out of here, but it's alright. Geotech System, gonna drop a Steel Energy onto the Necro... Oh, you can just retreat. But you don't, you actually stay in the play. I'm actually gonna... How many rare candies have I gone through? 2? I'm actually gonna hope and pray to get a second Gardevoir with 2 Fairy Energy. Guys, this is insane. Why have I not drawn a single Fairy Energy? Alright, Choice Band. Drop this down. I'm gonna get rid of the Skyla and the Remoraid. Just to get a Kirlia. I want to guarantee that I can get this down. I've got no Fairy Energy. This is absurd. Oh, there we go. Our first Fairy Energy of the game! Right? That's the first one. Yeah. First one. There are 9 in here, so almost a sixth of the deck is Fairy Energy. Finally got one. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. Theoretically, I could take this thing out now. But I also need to get through another wonderful card called Metagross. I have the Guzma to do it. I have the Necrozma to do it. I have the Necrozma? I have the Guzma to do it. I just actually gotta get it out of here. Rescue Stretcher is going to bring back probably Metagross, which will give him 2. No, Tapu Lele. Her 2. Her 2. I don't know why it told me a better an exclamation point when I was the one that said it, but that's okay. If they go for Guzma, though, we will be losing this matchup because I keep setting one up and I can't attack. I legit can't attack. There isn't one in there. Please, please be done. They've already used 2 Guzmas. So the Tapu Lele drop was nothing. Are they going to attack me? Black Ray GX will hit all my GXs for 100 damage, which is a much better. Prismatic Burst is just going to knock that thing out for 130. It's going to remove 2 energy. I am going to go into my... I'm going to have to go into you. I get a Float Stone. I'm going to put it on my artillery. Going to set up another Ralts. Gardevoir. I'm going to bring in this big beast of a card, because I can knock it out right now. Because currently we are 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24, plus the choice band, and you are not resisted to me. I'm just going to go for the good old Abyssal Hand here. And we get Fairy Energies. Absolutely wonderful. Now, I don't need to attach them to my current one. I can attach them both to my benched one. And get them started up. And we are just going to go for the Infinity Force, which will knock out this Metagross. Big knockout for us! But as you guys can see, theoretically we can handle Metagross. It's just a matter of who sets up first. We were a lot slower, and they were able to Guzma in arm active. Now, that being said, they still have the chance of getting another Metagross. And I still have a good old Guzma in back, so I can start charging up another Metagross hit. We are going to end, so that does not matter. I'm hoping to get that Guzma back. Come on, Guzma. Come on back to me. Nope, does not come back. But I do get a rare candy Gardevoir. So I'll have 3 Gardevoirs on the go. My opponent does just Beacon, but I will be ending their hand away. So they can go for a Metagross. It's not going to work. I will be needing... Ooh. Okay, so I do technically need a Guzma. But at the same point, I think I really need to set up this Gardevoir. So we're going to set up all 3 guards. That's insane that we've got 3 Gardevoirs on the field right now. I'm going to end my opponent down. I've got my Guzma for the following turn, which is beautiful. I'm going to Secret Spring, get that energy onto this Gardevoir. That is currently 4 energy. I've still got 5 on my main one. I'm not needing to go for too much here. And we're going to be tying up the game 3-3. If my opponent got a Metagross, that is amazing for them. Does bring it up, so that tells me that they got it plus an energy, because they'll need 3. But I think I can take this thing out. I got 5 on my current one. Drops another Beldum. Karen is going to bring back all our Pokemon. And does the same thing for mine. Which I have not as many. But they're going to go back in. Which is beautiful. I just got to worry about not being mulled out. Ooh, they got rid of it. Ah! I can actually knock this thing out. But in reality, I should be focusing on the Necrozma. Because with that Necrozma gone, I'll be able to take it out. No, that's... Is that my play? 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, choice band. I can take out any of the non... But if you don't rare candy up, I can actually get rid of this thing now. And then just take care of one of the others later. I think that's the better play. Hold on to my stuff, and just go for the attack. But if you got rare candy in your hand and you draw a Metagross, I'm also in trouble. But you can't get 3 energy on it. You cannot get 3 energy on it. So my best play is to get rid of this. I think, I hope, I pray. But I think we might be able to take out Metagross here. Here comes the Beldum. Again, does need a lot of stuff to set up here. And if they get rid of my double colorless energy, it's not a big... No, they can't do that. Rare candy, so Metagross does come into play here. Metagross will come into play here. But you need 3 energy You're via seeking into a Sycamore. You can only get one. You can only get 2 energy though, right? Right? And I've used all 4 of my ends. No, I've only used 2. I've still got a Sycamore and 2 ends still somewhere. I missed what he got. She got. It's a Sycamore, which is fine. I only need to take out 1 more GX, and as long as I've got Guzma, I can do that. I have any of the other options. She might be doing this for the HP cost. I can't take this thing out. And that's exactly what she's doing. I'm going to go for the additional energy drop. So I've got 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21, 24. But with a Guzma into this guy, I'm going to go into my Floatstone Octillery, retreat into our Gardevoir, and claim the game against Metagross! That's how you take them out. 240 damage, and we still are good to go. Had another Gardevoir in the back. We were able to handle ourselves against our biggest threat. We even had a bit of a hard start at that because they managed to take out our first Gardevoir really quickly. But with that being said, Gardevoir's still really, really strong. And you guys can see, if we were able to handle 250 beasts, I don't know what we're not going to be able to handle. So let's get into game number 2 and see if we can pull off another win. Alright guys, game number 2 is against Bapeachu. I didn't see what deck they were playing. Probably Coco, based off of the deck box. But we're going to be playing this good old post-rotation Gardevoir GX. And are we going to get another win? I don't know. That was a very tense matchup. We are only going to be starting with a Tapu Lele here, which is not great. It does mean we're going to lose out on a ton of support turn 1. And unfortunately, it does mean that without the way our supporters are as well, we might have to give up a few cards immediately. My opponent is playing a Giratina. Don't matter to us at all. This is actually like the worst thing they could have drawn against us. We're going to see an Ultra Ball. It does have the Aether Paradise and Acerola. The Acerola is cool that it's gone, but really could have benefited if they picked it up. It is going to be Coco. Fighting Fairy built on that Coco to give it a little bit more HP. Max Elixir, which is a big problem because we're not playing Garb. But does miss the energy! Again with the Max Elixir. Gets an energy that time though. And probably has a support. You're top decking? You're gonna top deck. I'm all for this. Okay, so I gotta go into my other Tapu Lele right now. I'm gonna get rid of my Skyla because it's not really relevant right now. And I'm not about to do what my opponent does. I'm actually gonna get rid of my Guzma. As much as it's a fantastic card for me to get, at the start, I doesn't hurt me any that I don't need it. So I need to play this, and I do need a Bridget turn 1. So Bridget is my supporter of choice. My opponent has completely lost their hand. No cards at all. Literally top decking. That's not something you see in Pokemon every day. 1, 2, 3. Can I get the roll? I'm going to go for the Vulpix. I'm going to retreat out because I do get first turn attack. This is probably my best play. And then I can go for Curly Gardevoir just so that I can start getting into some Gardevoir as soon as possible, because I already have the Octillery in hand, so I don't need to get that. I'm actually in a very good position, and I have a very high feeling my opponent will not be getting my hand. They have to legit top deck a supporter to get back in this game, because they don't have much to go off of, and if they do, oh man, that is just pure luck. I don't know what they drew. Are you serious now? They pulled an N off the top of their deck. Are you serious? Okay, I'm still in good shape though. I have exactly what I need to get into it. Marshadow? And Super Scoop Up. Thank you. I didn't want to see that. That was a good play, but my Jesus, did they get lucky. I can... Ooh. I'm gonna play this so I don't even think of it. What do I have to Ultra Ball? Do I really Ultra Ball? I might have to Ultra Ball the Fairy Energy for Gertie. But then I can N after and get a good hand. that's probably my only play. That's 2 Guzmas I've lost, though. I might have to use my, I may have to use my, oh, I could have dropped the double colorless and artillery first. Could have done that. But you know what? It's too late now. I'm going to drop this down. I may artillery first because it gives me some options before I go for my N. Because at least if I don't like what I grab, I can end it away this turn. I actually really like it. I can grab it down, grab its choice band. I can even put down a floatstone up here, but I'm alright if I lose it. I'm going to drop the floatstone down here, but I am going to have to end. No choice here. I got a couple fairy energies. I got another floatstone field blower. Field blower might be really good, but I'm going to hold off on. I'm going to hold on to it for now. But I will go for that secret spring, get that fairy energy onto my Gardevoir this turn, because the next turn I'll be able to retreat out. I am just going to beacon one more time. This will get me both of my Curly Gardevoir again, attempting to get to that second Gardevoir. And I've only used 1 rare candy so far. It is early game, so hopefully we'll be able to get some stuff back. I may have to use that GX attack though to get those Guzmas back, because I desperately will need those. We can drop another choice band down here. We're going to go for a field blower. I've got that opportunity now to just get rid of these things. I don't want them not taking damage, so it makes... Like, I want them to take damage. I'm just going to hold off on using the Sycamore. I've got a lot of good stuff going for me. But I will drop 3, 6, 9. I can drop this down on the new Curly just to be safe. And then I'm also going to drop down the energy onto the Curlia because it gives me that option to go into either one, and I can still artillery. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. I think I go for the... Yeah, that was beautiful that we didn't waste all that stuff. So I am going to Guzma in that Tapu Koko, come into my Gardevoir, and we're going to take this thing out. So in Infinite Force, just going to knock it out. We ran into that third Guzma, and we're able to handle this situation no problem. Now I just got a Marshadow to deal with, which really is not a big threat right now. That Giratina is going to come back in, which I'm okay with. Second energy drop onto that Marshadow. See a Fighting Fury Belt, which is fine. It's only 190 damage. Not really threatened by it. But my opponent is trying to get a few other cards here. Alright. Has that Aether Paradise Conservation Area. That is unfortunately here to stay this time. But does not work on Marshadow. Does not work on Marshadow or Giratina. So we are just going to evolve here. And I think this is my turn to actually go for some Twilight GX. Anything that I need, just drop it down. Just drop this onto my Tapu Lele just in case. I don't need any Pokemon. I'm alright on all that kind of stuff. I am legit just going to go for Twilight GX, 1 Field Blower, a Rare Candy, 3 Guzmas. I can take the N. 2 of them, and I still have cards I can take. I don't need the Bridget. I'll take the Ultra Balls. Yeah, let's do that. So we'll put all that back in. So we're right back into the game. We have all our cards still in the deck. This is how powerful it is. Like, my opponent is not set up to attack. It can't retreat because of Giratina being the way it is. It doesn't have a Floatstone on it. They can Super Scoop Up. We have seen that they have that in the deck. But unfortunately, they were not able to play it properly. They do have a Jolteon, but I'm a stage 2. I'm not worried about this thing. Not worried about it at all. Here comes the Tapu Koko. Does drop an energy down. Why would you do that? And do you have a third energy? You're gonna Guzma my Tapu Lele and go into Jolteon. Okay. That's cool. I'm okay with this. Because I can take out the Jolteon too. And just... What? Fairy energy. Drop. I don't want to Sycamore. I really want to pull a Guzma and get rid of those energy plays. If I can get rid of both of those energies off the Tapu Koko, oh man, have I taken the win here. What do I do? What do I do? I've got 2 Gardevoirs already in play. Do I sack the 2 pieces? And I can... You know what? I get rid of you. Do I get rid of the big one? I can still... Yes, because I can still get a Rescue Stretcher. Now, I just want to sack something. Or, you know, just don't draw at all, which is even better. I'm going for a potential Guzma play here. Is what I want to do. And I got it! Do you see that? Now, I could have easily dropped the energy down onto my Gardevoir and left it. But I don't think I would have gotten it if I didn't play it the way I did. Now I have that opportunity to retreat with this Tapu Lele. 3-6. I just gotta make sure I can do 210 damage. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18. No. So I do need to spring water onto you. Doesn't matter. So that's 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18, 21. And you get 21. So we're going to Guzma up this guy right here. Right here! We're going to go into our Gardevoir, and we are going to take this thing out. No, we're not. Just kidding. But we're darn close. I forgot about this thing taking 30 damage less. But we're close. We were pretty close. We are going to get End, which is fine. I didn't want to use my Gardevoir stuff right now anyway. And I can't really see you attacking me. You do a lot of damage, though. There goes my Choice Bands. That is huge. Okay. Now, you should attack me. If you've got an energy, you will hit me with that Tapu Thunder right now. Goes for a Max Elixir. Is trying to get that energy. Gets that energy onto that Marshadow. What? Buddy, I don't have a problem taking out your Jolteon. It's only got 160 HP. 3, 6, 9, 12. Oh, well, I don't do enough damage. But I can actually sacrifice everything I have here. I'm alright with that. For, oh my jeez, 3 Fairy Energy. I think I got enough energy now. And he has not done any damage to me. So I can go for 3, 6, 9, and again, as long as... Oh, how much do I need? Now, he does take 30 less, so it's 190. 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 18... I need all of it. But he has no energy on the field. I'm not really threatened by this guy right now. Should I do this? Is this a stupid play? I hope it's not a stupid play, but I'm gonna take the opportunity when I have it. Whew. Okay. Now, I can't use any of the current cards in hand. I can go for 1 Octillery run. I got a Remoraid. Okay. I currently have 5, 6, 7 of my 9 Fairy Energies in play. 5, 6, 7. So it's, yeah, 5 by 3 is 15, 18, 21 on my own. So I can go for the Infinite Force, take this guy out. I'm good to go. We're going to get an N and an N. Well, we have the triple N's in our hand. If he manages to knock us out, which I can't see him doing, he should have... I don't know how that would have worked out, but he played it wrong. Drops a second Lightning Energy onto Marshadow. Super Scoops up. and does get the heads on that Tapu Koko. Now Tapu Koko can come in fully recharged and take out my... like, he can't take me out. If he's got an energy in hand, he can hit me. If he's got Tapu... he passes the turn. Unfortunately, I don't really have a way to get my hand down. And play Guzma. I could easily go for an N and then Guzma. Or Sycamore. Like, I can use a supporter to get Guzma. But I'm actually in a bit of a stall match where I can't hit him. I'm gonna end his cards away. I'm gonna end that Tapu Koko back into his deck. I got my Guzma for my next turn, though! That may not have been the best play, but if he is only running, what? He's lost 2 Kokos already. If he does only have the 3, then we're okay, because he should be able to play it. But he's got 2 opportunities. I got 2 Guzmas now. I gotta take this Giratina out, because if he does manage to come in... I can't knock him out, though. This is the problem I'm trying to figure out. How many energies do I lose? And can I can 3, 6, 9. You have no energies in play. This is what I get for putting all my Pokemon in one basket. Or all my energy in one basket. I have to hit. I have to hit. It's a bad play. I see me losing this match now because of this. We got ourselves a Ralts. Does bring in that Marshadow. Can go for a lot of stuff right now. Can easily, if he's got an energy, he can play it. How many energies have you lost? 6? Well, you've got 8 currently. Oh, there's the Super Rod though. So you got 3 of those energies going back into the deck. Too bad he didn't have Fisherman. Plays the Koko. Can easily drop. Is playing those energies onto that Koko. Fighting Fairy Belt. So he got it all back, which is great for my opponent. Not so good for me. But did they get the energy? If they did not get the... There's the victory! Did not get the energy, because I could just Guzma and take out whatever I wanted this turn. That is going to be 2 games. Did I make a misplay at that last turn? I probably did. If my opponent did get that energy, they could have Tapu Thundered, which could have taken me out. No. Couldn't. Would have taken me out. And then I would have been stuck with my 3 energy Gardevoir. And I don't know if I could have handled as much pressure. But we were able to take out 2 decks. This deck is very strong, and just wait until everybody is post-rotation where they can't use VS Seeker, all those kind of things, and they have to go on those resource bins like we did. Gardevoir can regain all of your resources, like we saw in that second game. It has massive damage potential and scaling. It is so easy to work out, and with that Alolan Vulpix, you can get so many of your Gardevoirs running early. Like you saw in our first game, we had what, like 3 or 4 all set up right in one game. So Gardevoir is easily one of the strongest cards right now in standard play. Give it a shot if you have the opportunities. They are expensive, but if you get the opportunity to play Gardevoir GX, heavily recommend doing so. We've got a ton of other decks coming, though, but I am also not going to be breaking my schedule, so we're still going to be trying to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday, all the way through, and we won't be always just doing deck profiles. We'll be doing still TCGO battles, Deck Wizard, all those kind of things are still going to be coming your way. So don't hesitate on that. We're not going to do just all straight deck profiles for the next little bit just because Burning Shadows came out. You guys are getting enough of that already in other channels. I want to give you something different. Anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. If you guys are brand new here, please hit that subscribe button. And if you guys haven't already, yeah, no, that's the part that I was just saying. If you guys haven't already subscribed, please do so. It is highly appreciated. And I'm going to get myself out of here. Thank you guys so much for watching. And until next time, time out.